Hello and welcome to Freedom Finishes Master Craftsman Workshop. My name is Mike Ryklowski and I will be your host as today we take you through how to repair a cracked shower base. In addition to your normal refinishing equipment, you're going to need some additional tools and supplies to fix a cracked shower basin. You're going to need a drill. You're going to need a drill bit size 3/16 to 1/4 inch. You're going to need a can or multiple cans of stabilizing foam, 2-part epoxy weld, we use a JV weld, fiberglass resin, fiberglass cloth, small brush, some body filler, and a 6-inch putty knife. Okay, now let's take a look at the steps in the process to repair a cracked shower base. Just like any other refinishing situation, first you're going to set up your ventilation. Then you're going to tape and paper this around. You're going to cover the shower head to prevent water from dripping on the surface. And then you're going to remove the drain. The rest of the segments in the process, we're going to go through and show you pictorials or videos of each specific segment. As you can see from the picture of this shower basin, it has two significant fractures, about 7 to 8 inches long in two different spots, and the floor between it was pretty spongy. So let's go ahead and grab our drill. Now you're ready to drill your holes. Before you drill your holes, inspect the bottom of the shower basin. Look for areas that are really spongy. If the whole bottom's spongy, you're going to drill holes 7 to 10 inches apart across the bottom of the shower basin. If there's just one area that's spongy that needs to be secured, then you're going to drill just around that particular area. In our situation, the entire floor needed to be stabilized, so we drilled holes throughout the entire floor. Once your holes are drilled, you're ready to use your spray foam. You're going to use the spray foam to fill underneath the shower basin to stabilize the floor of the shower base. Each can of stabilizing foam comes with straw. Attach the straw to the can and simply stick the straw in the hole and fill the cavity underneath the shower basin with foam. You'll know when you filled it enough when in adjacent holes or near the crack, the foam will start to expand and expand up through the hole. Just continue the process and fill all the holes until all the holes are filled. Once you've filled all the holes, you're going to remove the excess foam that is emerging up through the holes and expanding out through the holes. You could do that just by scraping it off and using a solvent wipe to wipe off the excess foam. Thoroughly sand the holes that you drilled and the area that was cracked. At this point, you will then apply your 2-part epoxy weld to those areas and smooth them out. Once the epoxy weld hardens, you can use 180 grit sandpaper and sand the epoxy welded areas smooth. Once the shower base is clean, take 180 sandpaper and sand the entire shower basin. At this point, you have a couple of options. After inspecting the integrity of the shower base, if your situation is that you have a very strong shower base, the floor isn't spongy, your crack is small, you can very likely just use body filler, fill the crack, smooth it out, and sand it down. If you determine that the integrity of the shower base is not that sound, the floor's spongy, the fiberglass looks brittle, the crack is large, you will need to use a fiberglass repair kit to strengthen the cracked area. Basically, you're going to apply a resin down over the area that's cracked. You're going to layer on a sheet of fiberglass mesh netting. You're going to smooth out that surface and let it cure up. Once the fiberglass patch is cured and hardened, take 60 grit sandpaper and sand it out smooth. Remove any remaining dust within the shower basin with a solvent wipe. Now that your shower basin is cleaned and the fiberglass patch area has been sanded smooth, you can prepare your body filler. Once your body filler is thoroughly mixed, skim the fiberglass repair area with a thin coat of body filler. Let the body filler set up, sand it, inspect it, refill and sand if needed, then you're ready to go to the spraying process. To begin the spraying process, take a solvent wipe and wipe the entire base of the shower. Once you've completed the solvent wipe, proceed to tack out the bottom and inspect to make sure there's no remaining debris on the bottom of the shower. At this point, you're ready to begin spraying. Proceed by spraying one coat evenly distributed across the entire shower base. Allow that first coat to set up for about 4 or 5 minutes. After that coating is set up, you can apply a slip-resistant surface to the base of the shower. To apply a Freedom Finishes non-slip surface to a shower base, simply take the pre-mixed enamel with silica sand and catalyzed and pour it across the base of the shower. Using a foam roller, simply distribute that pre-mixed enamel that you poured on the surface evenly across the bottom of the shower. To make a Freedom Finishes slip-resistant surface, you basically take 2 ounces of enamel and catalyze it with a ½ ounce of catalyst and mix in a portion of silica sand and stir thoroughly. Allow a few minutes for that non-slip surface to set up. Then you'll be ready to spray your second coat of enamel across the entire shower base. Once you've applied your second coat of enamel across the entire shower base, take a flashlight, look into the enamel, look for your distribution of product, making sure that you have a nice finish across all areas of the shower base. Also look for any debris that may have fallen into the surface. If any debris did fall into the surface, pick it out with the corner edge of a razor blade and simply flash a little spray of enamel on it, not too much, and that will self-level and correct that situation. At this point, take a flashlight and look into the enamel, inspect the entire shower basin. Make sure you've evenly distributed your enamel across the entire surface. Make sure it's a nice glassy finish. If you've achieved that, then you're done with your job, and job well done. If not, wait about 20-25 minutes for those first couple of coats to set up and apply 1 or 2 consecutive coats as needed to achieve the finish you're looking for. Once you're satisfied and your spraying is complete, let the enamel set up for about 10 minutes. Clean up your area, and then you can very carefully remove the tape and paper from the surround around the shower basin, and your job is complete.